Guys, so doing my first video blog here. I'm a little nervous. That's why I'm doing it while I'm driving. I figure if I have a distraction, I won't be so nervous. But so I've been thinking recently, like, about my frustrations with the whole fitness thing. Ever since high school, probably 5-6 years ago, you always got that dream of being the most fit out of all your friends. Having that slim physique with the shredded abs and the huge biceps and, the traps that hold your t-shirts up when you're just walking around. And, I thought about, like, how in the hell do all these people do it? Like, what is the secret to getting to that point? Because, everyone tries it. You go to the gym for a couple months. You go what you think is hard, and you just never seem to get those results. Like, yeah, your biceps may get a little nice looking, your chest muscles perk up, the obvious muscles that most people tend to work on by default, because you feel like those are the muscles that make you, stand out to the crowd. But even then, you go and you work out, and you just never seem to progress. After a certain point, you hit that plateau, and whether you don't feel like you're gaining any more strength, or you feel like, I don't look any different, like this is a waste of my time. And, I felt that way for a lot of years, and it wasn't until the past couple of months where I really figured out what the secret was. And to me, in all honesty, what gave me the most help and progressed me the furthest was I didn't stop when it hurt. I'm not doing that anymore like I used to. I used to count reps and make sure I did, 15 reps. So if I couldn't do that 15th rep, I would lower the weight or something like that. And what I realized was, especially in the ab department, is if you stop when the burn hits, you never feel sore the next day. You never seem to get past that plateau weight that you've been lifting. You never seem to look any different. You hit that sweet spot, and you almost fall into a comfort zone. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about, but so what I've been trying, especially over the past month here, I've been trying to, when I hit that spot where I usually stop, or where I want to stop, I tell myself, let's just get one more. Let's get one more. And then maybe next time, I'll go for 2 more. I'll go for 3 more. I'll set goals within my goals. So if I'm doing an exercise and I'm repping, say I'm going to do bicep curls with 40 pounders and I want to do 8 each arm. That's the goal I set for myself initially. So as I'm doing the workout, if I hit 8 and it doesn't hurt, or if I can still do more, do it. Don't seclude yourself to those 8 reps, because you're never going to progress. If you can do what your body always can do, you're never gonna make it do what it can. You kind of get what I'm saying? So if I do 8 reps and my body can do 10, then I better make it do 12 to get anything out of it. And I believe if you take that and put it into realistic terms, it's going to work. If you think about, all these entrepreneurs, or if you think about these professional athletes, like Michael Jordan, for instance, he got cut, and he was 14 years old. He got cut from his high school basketball team, but he knew he was better, so he didn't quit. He kept going. He practiced more. He practiced harder. He figured out what it was that was holding him back from succeeding and from making that cut. And he fixed it, and he practiced it, and he mastered it. And then, he makes it to the NBA. Anybody. Take Oprah, for instance. She got fired as a reporter when she was young, about my age, 23, and now she's, essentially the richest woman in the United States of America. She didn't quit. She made herself better. She figured out, what do people like? What kind of reporting do I need to go do to be successful? And she went and she found out how to do it and did it. She didn't stop when it got uncomfortable. And I think when it comes to fitness, you really need to You need to push harder when it gets impossible. You need to figure out how to get that last rep. You need to change it up. You need to, if you get stuck in a plateau and you've been doing the same thing for months, there's probably opportunity when considering changing what you're doing in anything you do. If too much of something is never good, you want to be well-rounded in all aspects of life. So in fitness, if you can get out of your comfort zone, I believe 100% that you're going to see results. It may not be the results that you wanted right away. You're not going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger in a year. If that's what you think, then you need to give yourself some realistic goals. So, if you want to come in and look like Arnold eventually, then you need to do some research, and you need to look into some of these guys that are on that level, and make realistic goals for yourself. Some of these guys have been doing this for 10, 15, 20, their whole life in terms of years, and now they're at that point. So if you think that you're going to become that in a short period of time, it's just not realistic. And what that does by setting that non-realistic goal is you are demotivating yourself. You're making yourself reach for something that is never going to be attainable. And when people don't attain their goals in life, they tend to look the other way. They tend to give up. And I believe if you do some research and you listen to the people that have done it before, like you truly listen, and you don't have to take all the advice, but you take some of the advice. Look at things like how long they've spent doing it. Look at the way they train, how intense they are. Look at the way they eat, how much effort they put into meal plans, into the styles of workouts that they're doing. When they want to cut down, they do high intensity workouts. They've put in place the cardio. When they're bulking, they make sure to eat the proper amount of protein and carbs, and they make sure it's clean carbs. And there's so much involved in fitness. You're not going to be able to do it all, but if you take bits and pieces of advice that work for you and you put that into your daily regimen, you're going to see results. And if you build up that want and that need and that desire to reach those goals that you set in place that aren't too high, but they're higher than what you've always thought you could do, you're going to succeed. You're going to get results. Just figure out what is reasonable, put that goal on your head, and don't stop until you hit it. There's no reason that if your body can do 10 reps of 200 pounds bench press and your goal is to hit 230, if you could do 10 reps of 200, put 230 on there and get 1 rep. And then put a new goal. You get 2 reps and get those 2 reps. If you have that mentality every time you go into the gym, you are going to see results. And you're going to see them quite rapidly. Fitness it's not one of those things like starting a business where it's going to take you years and years to reap the benefits of what you've done. Yeah, you may not look like John Cena or Arnold Schwarzenegger or Kai Green. You may not look like them after a year, after 2 years, after 5 years, after 10 years. But when you constantly beat your own record and you constantly beat your own goal, you're essentially motivating yourself. And just by doing that, you are progressing. You're seeing results, and you're going to see more results. And if you hold that mentality with everything you do, you're going to get the results that you set in front of you.